Hello adventurers and welcome to Valk'rain Gaming. So today I'm going to start a new campaign on Total War Warhammer 2 with one of the races that I've always wanted to play. Back when I used to play Warhammer Fantasy on tabletop, 40k, they're always a race that I've been looking at that I've always wanted to play but never really picked up and played. So I'm going to be playing the Greenskins, and now's a great time to start playing the Greenskins ever since I had their rework done from the last DLC that's just came out a couple of weeks back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off. I've been thinking about which lord I want to start with, and I was thinking Aslag the Slaughterer. But I think really what I want to play is Grimgor. Grimgor seems like my sort of hero that I want to be leading across on there. He's going to be ace in melee combat, and he's just going to be really beelined arms warrior from World of Warcraft that you'd imagine. Like he's just going to be that sort of tank that just runs through everything. And plus he's his faction attributes and stuff like that really, like, I think are going to fit in with my playstyle. I mean, this is going to be a fun playstyle through there. We're just going to have a load of fun, and I'm going to have some, like, themed armies and stuff. Like, I want to try and get a themed Goblin army, get a Goblin Shaman and a Goblin Big Boss, and then just stick loads of Goblin units into them. So, this should be real fun on there. I mean, there's a lot of things I'm excited to see. Your next ability, I want to see how that really, like, works out from and we can use. So, anyway, we're going to be playing on this on hard. So again, like I say, it's going to be enough of a challenge in there, but not too much that it's going to take away from the fun that I'm going to be having with these greenskins. There's going to be lots of raiding, lots of sacking, and hopefully just absolutely running through the Umis, getting the boys with the choppers and bashing some skulls in. So without further ado then, let's get this this Black Orc Big Boss in there and let's start going. Like I say, Orcs have always been a faction that I've always wanted to play across all sort of like Warhammer games, or across all the tabletops, but I've never really picked them up and played a little bit of them in fantasy, so this will be interesting.
Black Crag is yours, my brutal lord. The Badlands beyond lay open for conquest. This area is dominated by tribes of inferior greenskins. On the plains to the west, Rotgut's Red Fangs mass against you, angry at the loss of their stronghold. Proving your utter superiority over Gorfang should be your first calling. Vanquish the Red Fang, and tribes of lesser orcs will flock to your banner, freeing your mobs to look further afield for lands to conquer. The stunted dwarfs that dwell in the mountains around you should provide plentiful quarry. Your enemies are belligerent and won't necessarily cow down to your indomitable will. They need to be tamed, broken, or annihilated.
So I think it's definitely going to be more of this, the latter one. Annihilating our enemies definitely seems like the orcish thing to do. So a few new things which have come in with this new orc rework is obviously the scrap scheme that they've got going on there, where you can salvage scrap and everything, and you use that for all different certain stuff. If we just quickly click on Grimgor here, you get a lot of like enhancements now that you can pick for your units to make your units a bit better. So that's going to be fun to use for out there. Plus as well, it's used for the new tree here for our technology and everything across there. So we can spend our scrap on getting some new upgrades for our units and things like that. Definitely probably going to be sticking more to like my melee units, getting them up and then just picking things together. I do want to work towards this one here. I've had a quick just a quick look through the technology trees and stuff like that when the rework came down. So that's going to be interesting going up to there. I definitely want to try and get Waaggghh the Horrible. So, but first we're definitely going to go with this campaign movement range, because Grimgor's already got like 10% extra movement, I think, and I think he gives that across all armies, which means this orc army is going to be moving super quick across the campaign. So that campaign movement's really going to come in handy there. So I think with the technology of like an extra 10%, and I'm pretty sure that route marcher also gets you another 10%. So straight off the bat, he's going to be getting 30% extra campaign movement, which means he's just going to be flying across these Badlands, which is definitely going to work in our favour, because getting to war is definitely going to be more beneficial to us than standing around doing nothing. So first of all, I want to try. Let's deal with these Rockguts armies. So what we got here now? We got a Nash. He's nothing on us. Let's go deal with him first. Also got Blackcrag here. So what we'll do is we'll just pop our new buildings into these. We'll start making ourselves some gold. And we'll upgrade the our keep here. And let's get straight into this first battle. Get these boys to war. Oh, so these Black Orcs aren't actually the Immortals. I thought they started as Immortals, but at least we get the we get the banner that we can stick on there. What's the passive? Passive Dirty Mortals. Let's just get straight into this fight. So this fight's not really be too much of a challenge, I don't think. But I definitely want to fight it because I want to try and keep our casualties down as much as possible. I want to try in this first episode to get completely rid of the Red Fang faction. Let's see how we're going to be setting up here then. So let's put these Orc boys out on the right wing here. I want to get the Immortals to try and suck up as many of these little goblin units as what they can. So I don't think they're going to be too much of a threat to us.
Here we go.
We'll stick Grimgor in the middle there. Actually, we'll stick Grimgor over this side. We'll break him across this side, and Grimgor can be ready to take on Nash one-on-one. Or go Nash, whichever way you pronounce his name. Probably going to butcher all these fancy names. I do have a talent for that. Try and get these just a bit more into formation there. Keep the ball boys out on the right flank because I want them to deal with the archers, and then obviously boys here will they'll deal with everything else. Let's start this battle. We'll start bombarding. We'll start bombarding the Orc boys because they're going to be the biggest threats, and then we'll just move everyone up. Let's get them up the field. Let's get them walking. We don't want them to be too tired before we get up there. We'll force the opposition to come to us as the Doom Divers do their thing on these Orc boys. Look at that. Some big nice hits there as they start wheeling out the Orc boys there, thinning out their numbers. Here we go, they're on the move now. Try and get our units into close combat with them as soon as possible. That your next ability seems amazing for one-on-one combat there. The minus 24 melee attack, the near enough 50% reduction of speed, and then the melee defense down. That's gonna be too good. Let's get the Black Orcs charging in now. With the Gobbos going in. And then we'll get Grimgor going in, and we'll move the Orc boys around. Get our Doom Divers now to be hitting their archers. Let's get Grimgor on Nash now. Pop down that your next ability. Get him just absolutely slamming into him. I'm the boss. And ass there, but I say that this is gonna be so good. Can't wait to get him like maxed out to see what kind of like mad damage he can do. So that little green glow that the opposition, the Orc army's got on them at the moment, they've just activated their Waaggh, as is now up now, so we'll pop that. So that gives all my units 24 melee attack, 50% armor piercing with the weapon damage, and a 50% base weapon damage, which is just phenomenal. Let's get these in here. The Immortal's not losing anyone yet. We'll get Grimgor over here. So I want to do early on is I want to try and get as many of these units depleted, so that when because we're gonna attack them again after and try and wipe them out because they'll just run off. And I really want to take as many units and make the second fight a bit easier for myself. I mean, not that there's too much of a challenge here at the moment. Let's watch Grimgor slam into him. Oh! And finish him off there. Grimgor just standing over Nash's body there. Claiming his prize. So like I say, I want to try and wipe out or get these as lower numbers as possible. Imagine that because they're down to like 4 now, they'll be depleted for the next fight. Get our archers just take out some of these gobbos. Get these goblins down. And all in all, I mean, our old boys took a bit of a paste in there. So did the goblins. I didn't think they'd take that much of a hard hit, but we could easily replace them anyway. So once we take Iron Rock, I can start replacing these units. I'm eventually going to replace these goblins anyway. So just speed this up so they can catch the archers there. Just take care of them so they're not a nuisance for the next fight. Because if it's all just melee that we got to deal with, it won't be too much of a problem. So our Immortals didn't lose a single model there. So keeping themselves nice and strong. Those two units, like my Immortals and Grimgor, they're going to be the hard hitters. They're going to be the steam train. So not too bad of our first fight there. Like I said, they didn't really pose that much of a threat. 80 losses isn't too bad. We can live with that. We can definitely start replenishing once we take Iron Rock. So I think, what can we do here? We can ransom the we get some money. We can slaughter the captives for the bonus of leadership. I think what I'll do on this one there is just keep everyone nice and healthy. So we'll pop the unit replenishment on. What did we gain? We got the Ogre Blade as well for Grimgor, so that's 18%.
may think that his fortress at Iron Rock will provide him cover, but he is mistaken. Drive his forces out and take another of his strongholds as your own.
So we got an extra 18% weapon damage now on Grimgor, which will be good. And let's pop that Root Marcher on. I want to try and work towards getting Lightning Strike first. I mean, for a while when I was playing Warhammer, I didn't really think that was too much of a great utility to have. But like, I started taking it quite early on. When I think I was doing my Skaven campaign or something like that, and oh my gosh, it's a game changer. Being able to pick and choose which like when you're attacking, that you can either choose to attack like the 2 stacks with your 2 stacks, or just 1-on-1, and then get the 2 to attack the 1 after. Is just phenomenal. It's a great little tool to use in war here. So I'm going to definitely work towards Lightning Strike first, and then we're going to absolutely tank out Grimgor as much as possible. Like, these abilities that he gets later on are just phenomenal working up from the front just to get that frenzy ability as well. Hopefully we can just make him like a complete wrecking ball on the field. So the target is to try and take Iron Rock first. So I've got my upgrade. Well, I've got my buildings being built, so we'll pop in and eradicate this army now. They shouldn't put up that much of a resistance. So what I'm going to do is, because that's a definite win there, so we're just going to auto-resolve that one there. We don't take that many losses. So we took 15. Don't think I could have brought that down much more if I'd have played that fight myself. And we'll unit replenish again. Keep them boys nice and healthy. So it's definitely going to be a lot of raiding that we're going to be doing in this campaign, so I'm definitely want to get my income up from raiding. Because I think as well, with the rework, the raiding camp doesn't actually cost anything to go into now. So you can literally like move your full distance and then go into raiding, and there's no real penalty against it either. Like you don't start like fatigued or anything like that. So let's take Iron Rock now. It can fall victim first. So I'm going to fight this one because I want to try and keep casualties down. And usually when you auto-resolve on a settlement, from what I've noticed, is you tend to take quite a lot of casualties. So we'll fight this battle here. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I always feel. Like you could have like a definite win, but you'll still take like 100+ casualties for some reason. That's how I feel anyway. So we'll be fighting against Largard Edbutt here. They haven't actually got a lord or anything, so Grimgor's ability is not going to be able to be used, but there's not going to be much of a threat here. I'll use my Doom Diamond Catapult just to take out their leader, and then just watch their leadership drop down. So it shouldn't take us too long.
The Black Hawks will win.
Let's pop the Doom Diamond Catapult here, so it's a bit more on higher ground. Shooting from down here, I don't think he's going to be able to hit anything. Pop the Ball Boys here as well. They can flank around. Grimgor can sit next to these Black Orcs.
Let's scrap.
Sit next to the Dirt Immortals. And like I say, we'll just quickly... don't know why that went to the side. Quickly move up. Get the Doom Diamond Catapult to slam into these. Put it on guard as well. So I'll move you over here. Get these charging in. Yeah, Grimgor hitting that unit as well. Get the Immortals to try and suck these two up into a big fight. We'll hold fire on them. We'll use the Ball Boys to hit into the flank of these goblins. Let's see them collide into here there. Look at that. Goblins flying through the air for days.
Goblins!
It definitely seems that like opposing greenskins seem to be able to get their Waaggghh a lot quicker than what we do. I mean, it's currently just based on fighting, I do believe. But like I say, we completely routed them there. We'll try and keep up the pressure. Goblins were not too bothered about the goblins being lost there in that fight. Like I say, I'm going to be replacing them out soon anyway.
Let's go!
Get these boys up here. That'll be a nice little easy victory for us. Just get some more kills in for the ball boys. Try and get their rank up just a little bit. Same with the Doom Dive catapults. I think that just to be about it, so we'll end that battle there. Like I say, a nice easy one there. We only lost 50 people, and that was mainly goblins, which are an expendable unit. Ball boys going to town there, picking up them goblin kills. Wonder what would be more more terrifying to see in this sort of world, where it'd be like a goblin with a pair of wings shot from a catapult coming towards you, or a big green skin riding a boar charging straight down at you. I can't imagine what would be more terrifying to be a goblin to see come right towards you. You have to let us know in the comments what your opinions are, what you think would be more scary, whether it be the Doom Divers catapult goblins being slung at you, or a big green skin on the back of a boar charging right at you. Imagine that being a sight to see. You definitely let me know in the comments of this video what your opinions is on that. I'd like to hear. So that's Iron Rock taken now, so I'm just going to occupy this because I want to try and get this province all together before we start moving on to other adventures.
Our Wolf Rider scouts report a force of dwarfs to the north, isolated from the safety of their hold. Slaughter them, and news will soon spread of your intent to break open the mountains. Your territory expands, Savage Lord. Yet there are many lands to conquer. In time, I foresee war with the greater tribes of the Badlands, as well as the stunted kind that dwell beneath the mountains. Keep your axe sharp, for Mork and Gork watch your progress with interest.
So we're off appeasing the greenskin gods, the orc gods of Mork and Gork. So we'll have to make sure we're getting some good trophies out for them. Let's upgrade Grimgor here. So I'm going to take another one into raiding. Like I say, I'm going to be doing a lot of raiding, so I want to try and get as much money from that. Got a ward save as well for Grimgor here. Although I think he'll need it. Hopefully he won't need it anyway. So let's recruit some more orc boys here. And I think... So, Carrick-Dron is like the last bit that we got to take. Is that a...
Relations with foreign powers may be managed through diplomacy, my lord. Consider your situation carefully before accepting any agreement.
Didn't mean to scroll up there on the map. So that actually is... Oh, they've changed the Red Fangs then, so they've only got the 2 provinces to take. Like, before in the previous campaigns, I believe that there was a couple of Red Fang bases down here. This part of Badlands I absolutely hate. Every campaign I've ever played on like Mortal Empires, like this area here has always been a pain. Like it's always been like a pit that's like put a halt to the campaign. So it'll be interesting. I'll probably try and get it done as early in the campaign as possible. But I think definitely first we'll take out these Redskins. Red Fangs. So we're recruiting here, our settlements again, their buildings built in there, so we're getting some money. So we'll end the first turn there. Not too bad of a first turn really. We was able to wipe out a little small skirmisher army there and then take a province as well. And like I say, we can make our way straight up then to this last one here. I think once we take a Red Fangs here, we'll have to turn our attention to probably one of these Greenskins tribes here. We'll try and get as much of this land together as possible and as quickly as possible. So, like I say, we got nothing nothing much to do on this second turn. There's no one to fight, unfortunately.
This better involve fighting.
So we'll try and mech our way up here. And there he is. There's Gorfang, rock good, our rival. So I think we'll definitely be taking him out this turn. Next turn, hopefully. So get some more boys together. Get the boys. Get them choppers. And then, like I say, we'll have a look then and moving around at these ones. Do you want to have mines? I think that's there. So yeah, we'll definitely take we'll definitely engage Gorfang as quickly as possible. End that turn. Hopefully by the end of this video, I can get all three of these provinces together. So. Or should I say all these three settlements in this province. So let's move in here then. Don't think... How many units has he got? That's 11. There's 6 in there, so that's 17.
Let's get Sam.
I've only got 13. I wonder if I can...
Ready for murdering.
Let's think about this. Don't want to take too much of a heavy casualties early on. Let's see if we can try and...
This way.
Let's see if we can try and pull him out by raiding in his area there. He might come out and try and fight us. I mean, we're very close in units anyway. Let's end that turn there then. Plus we get a bit of money and a bit of scrap that we could put towards our getting our immortals, de-immortals armor. That'd be interesting. I think it makes them cause fear. Like I say, yeah, he's pulled straight out. So, he's got some nasty sulkers. Skulkers even, not sulkers. They're going to be sulkers after this fight though. So, let's fight this guy. Grimgor ain't scared. So what I'll try and do in this fight is I'll try and get rid of this unit as quickly as possible. Because they're armor piercing, and I think they've got quite a lot of attack power as well. And then everything else is more like a boys for boys like. So I think what we'll do is we'll set these up. Set these up here.
Gotta kill him.
Set the boys in the middle, put the goblins on the goblins and the boar boys on the right flank. I think we'll stick the immortals on the left. Put them a bit further forward as well so they can get into the fight a bit quicker. Stick Grimgor at the front. Pop these archers behind the goblins, so if the sulkers do come down this side, we'll be able to sacrifice this unit and then just bow them down and then hit them with the boar boys. That's the idea anyway. Make sure that no one's running off. Let's see what we can do here then. Hopefully we'll be able to kill their lord definitely in this fight. So let's match Grimgor up with their boss. And we'll start hitting. Usually when there's like a little hole in the gap and they've got like a stalking unit, that's usually where the unit is. That's what I've came to realise with these sort of battles. We're going to be playing very un-orc-like at the moment because I'm going to wait for the enemy to come straight to me. And then once it does, we'll start engaging. We'll let them waste a bit of energy first. And I'll get my Doomdike catapult to take care of these archers while no one else is fighting. Quick switch over now.
Show us the enemy. Let's fight.
We'll begin engaging.
Slaughtering. Enemy time. Slaughter.
Like I said, we use the goblins to get rid of these.
Run, boys. Shifting.
Bring the orc boys up round the back. Where's Grimgor? Let's pop our little bonus down. You're next onto
Nice bit.
Waaggghh there. Get them to deal with that. There he goes. Gorfang Waaggghh there is on the retreat. Let's pop our war, get our bonuses on. We'll have a like-for-like match then. That's like the best thing we like these little goblin units. If there's like a little force that you don't want to be fighting like straight off, you can just send the goblins at them and sacrifice them because they're so expendable. And a loss of a goblin unit doesn't really affect anything. I'd rather lose goblins than lose orcs. Kinda want to kill Waaggghh. Because then that'll make the well, I was saying that I think even if I was to kill him now, we'd still have to fight another orc boss. So I think we'll just thin out these numbers. Definitely get rid of these skulkers. Nasty little unit. There we go, they're dealt with. That's that little goblin war cry then sounded like a murloc. Got that little bit of that going on. Let's watch these just take down a few more of these orcs. Thin out the herd. And like I say, then when we come to capture that last little settlement, then there'll be less resistance. Get them down as small as possible units there. I think that's going to do us for this battle there. So a nice decisive victory there. Only lost 109 in that big battle there. So definitely happy with that. Gorfang's extremely wounded as well, so that means in the next fight there he's not really going to put up that much resistance. Grimgor can just slam his axe into him. So I mean, so far we're doing really well. I mean, turn 3 pretty much crippled this Red Fang faction now, which is going to be good. Take that province early on, and then we can start looking to see where else we should move on the map. See if we're going to take on some more greenskins or some more dwarfs. Take on the dwarfs maybe. I mean, the warg ability, like against other factions, is just going to be so useful, and the fact that it recycles as well. So once you use it, you can obviously start building up for the next one. So you can potentially, like, I suppose, keep that buff up for most of the fight. That's going to make the greenskins really powerful in later games. We'll get them boys bashing Umis in no time. You gotta give it a go. You gotta give the old orc talk a go. Definitely want to move on and try and get these. Let's get these upgraded to some big uns. Get that little bonus across there. I'm not too sure if there's any point in keeping just orc boys once you got the big uns. You have to check their stats. I know when fighting against orcs and stuff like that, I've noticed that their units consist a lot of a mix of everything that the computer builds. So I want to get some trolls as well. Probably try and get a troll themed army as well. So I think what we do, because we're going to be sieging the... oh, got Crown of Command. That's definitely useful, that. Getting that unbreakable on Grimgor there, that's going to make him a bit of a beast. So like I say, we definitely thinned out the herd there. Lost 3 units there. So let's get our units replenished again. And like I say, Gorfang's going to be our next target there. So this is new. The leader of the Red Fangs tribe has been defeated. The Greenskins' tribal heresy is brutal but simple. Bash in enough heads and take enough loot, sooner or later you're going to get some mobs and become a war boss. Beat up another war boss in battle and his mobs become yours too. Since loyalty is a concept that neither orcs or goblins really care for, be aware that subjugating another war boss and his tribe means taking over their territories, leading to an empire to oversee. Perhaps just keep things simple and bashing heads too. Okay, so that's like the Norcia ones when you beat like their faction leaders and stuff. So he did have a bit of an army there. I wonder if we form confederation, we could save taking that last little battle and then have another warband go in. Is that going to be worth it though? Bit of a pickle. Well, I definitely don't want to release the warlord because I've got no interest in getting my diplomatic relations back up. Definitely not. Enemy faction leaders killed permanently. Wow. That's something to keep in mind when I'm fighting against like the legendary lord like Aslag and stuff like that. Do I want to take his army or do I want to fight him? That is the question. That is the question. I think what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to fight him. Definitely going to fight him. You don't take in your biggest rival, do you? Especially with them insults he was throwing. We don't stand for that. Not this orc. Okay. Let's get another one in raiding then. And then we'll probably take another one from... maybe looting. Maybe it might be worth dropping one in both. Yeah, we'll drop one in both.
Corpse fist.
So let's take ourselves out of Radiant stance then, and let's take these out. So again, there's not going to be much of a resistance here. They've got no leader as well, so we, like I say, we can just bombard their leading unit and then watch their morale deploy and run off as our boys take all the loots. I mean, so far in this campaign, everything's going right for us. I don't know if that's down to my great leadership or just a bit of luck. So let's take the rest of these Red Fangs out. We got no time for them. There we go. Third time's a charm. I think what we'll do this round, I'm going to stick my ball boys out on the left and the gobbos out here on the right. Stick the archers behind them as well. Slam Grimgor to the front. Get him nice and bloody early on. Stick this catapult just here. I'll try and get a... I imagine they're going to be spawning like here, so... let's try get him in. Get this catapult in there. They all seem to be moving off, so I think what we'll do is I'll move my men just up to the top of this little hill thing. Oh, didn't mean to get the Doom Dino catapult then. They can eat them more boys. So there's not really too much in this army that I've got to worry about. So that's their leading unit. So they got two units which obviously got little namings. One's the little settlement leader and one's obviously the leader of that little army that Waaggghh left behind. Nothing to worry about at all.
Oh, boys.
Try and speed this up just a little bit. Pull my boys back just a little bit, my old boys. My boys. Got them too far forward. As Grimgor leads his unit there. At that point, so far what I've seen with Grimgor with his melee attack and everything like that, I mean his weapon strength's 590 just off the bat. So it's going to be interesting to see what other little bits he can produce. Start charging everyone into...
Boys, here we go. Let's fight.
We'll get the goblins scaring off those units there.
Run, boys.
Let's wipe out these goblins and get our immortals moving around. I mean, luckily for us that the goblin archers, they're weak against armor, so you know my Black Hawks are really going to be soaking that up. And again, like I say, like somehow they're able to get their warg a lot faster than us, their war a lot faster than us. Not too sure about that. Get these orc boys in there now. Get the Black Hawk, get the immortals moving up.
Run, boys. Shifting.
I want them to slam into the back there.
Time for slaughter.
Pop our warg. There's Grimgor taking making quick work of that little unit there.
Ready to march.
I mean, we are just bashing away here.
Boys, show us the enemy.
Try and get these in.
Moving fast. Run, boys.
Get these lined up.
Let's have some. Boys.
Our points are just flying up there. That's everyone with broken morale. That's the victory. So nice easy one there. We did take some damage to this orc boy unit here. We'll be able to combine him with another one when we start recruiting some more. No real reason to carry on that now. We routed their little roots. These gits too weak. So that'll be the first province with our flag flying high above. And a green faction that we've eradicated. So everything's going smoothly so far. Which is like a concerning sign in this sort of game. No, definitely don't want to take for granted when everything's going your way. You need to utilize it and keep this steam train going. With the 3 turns gone as well now, I can upgrade Black Craig as well. So we can get ourselves some more powerful units. So I'm just going to occupy this there now. Don't really want to be trashing the obediency or anything like that. with looting stuff up. There's not really any bonus for us there to be looting all these places. Like loot and occupying anyway. So let's see what we got around. We got the dwarfs up in here. They don't seem to be at war with these orcs here. And we've got some dwarfs down here to use with as well. And then these orcs to use down here, to fight down here. These orcs are all over the place. I think fighting these orcs and these dwarfs here might be a good starting point. Really try and corner in these dwarfs here. But first things first, let's revel in like destroying the red fangs, and let's upgrade some of our buildings. So let's see what we can get here. I do want to build for the Ragnarok spider as quickly as possible. However, I do want to chuck some trolls into my units. And the catapults are always good. Against some of these doom divers, definitely what we need. I mean, the catapults are good, but like the doom divers, I think the doom divers are like automatic hits. I think they beam down into their target, so you're always guaranteed to be doing that 182 damage. So let's get trolls first. I think trolls will be more interesting to use to begin with. And let's get trolls, and we'll just build towards our catapults as well. Try and really boost our army. Let's boost our economy as well. Get that up.
Corpse fist.
And let's put our last in the sack in there. Build some more orcs. Could never have any too many orc boys in your army. That's what you need. Get the boys together. And I think we're slowly moving up towards this warg. Well, we're on 66. We need 100 to get there, so we can call our warg. Be interesting to see how this mechanic works out there. We've got some good scrap as well. Can we upgrade our immortals? Can we make them even more tougher? We can get the immortal armor, which will give them plus 10 leadership and cause fear. That's definitely what we want, so let's pop that on them there. So they can be even more of a threatening unit there. And let's upgrade. So we've got the extra movement. Working towards that would be useful. However, the extra growth would be nice as well. Let's get the growth first. Get 10 growth. Make everything makes it able for us to get our buildings a bit quicker. Our growth at the moment's not too growing too fast. So like we only got plus 7, so we get 70 growth each turn. So we need 375 till we get our next point. And then on our commandant, let's pop an extra 20 growth on to obedience. Get these boys in line. And I think realistically on that point, that's going to be the best place to end this first episode. I think what I'm going to do in the next episode, I'm definitely going to seek war maybe with these orc tribes here. I mean, we're light years in front of them. So, I mean, these bloody spears seem to be a bit more tougher than these scabby eyes, but I think we'll take these scabby eyes out. So we're looking for a spite backbiter. So if we can find him and kill him, it'll look like we'll be able to confederate all these all together. Hopefully he's only got the one army. If he's only got the one army, then that'd be totally fine. So I think definitely moving down to these. But then, like I say, I'm going to end this video here then. So until next time, take care and farewell.